Okay, so for this lesson we are moving on to trigonometry, and today we're just going to be focused on some different trig identities of right triangles. So first, just a definition here. So trigonometry is the study of the relationship between sides and angles of triangles. Study of the relationship between sides and angles of triangles. So today we are focused on right triangles, so a triangle that has a right angle there. And with these trig functions, it is their ratios based on the sides of the triangle. So whenever you're trying to set up a trig ratio, you have to have an angle in mind that you're looking at. It's either going to be this acute angle or this acute angle. We're not going to be doing trig functions of the right angle. It'll be one of the other two. So let's just say we're focused on this angle right here. So we'll call that angle theta. It's the Greek letter theta. It's a common symbol that we use, kind of like X, like something we don't know, but for angles. And so based off of this side, we can label, or based off of this angle, we can label some of the sides. So first, the one that will always stay the same is whatever side is across from the right angle is always going to be the hypotenuse. So always across from the right angle. So hypotenuse is always across from the right angle. Now the other two sides are the opposite side and the adjacent side. Those two signs are dependent on what angle we're looking at. If we're looking at our angle that we labeled here as theta, the opposite side is, well, the side opposite that angle. Opposite, it's the only side that's not touching the angle in question, or not helping to make the indicated angle. And then our last one is the adjacent side. This is the side that is helping to make the indicated angle, or the side that is right next to the angle. Side helping to make indicated angle. Okay, so again, the opposite and the adjacent side are dependent on the angle, because if we were to switch what angle we were looking at, let's say we were looking at this angle instead, now the opposite side would be down here, because this is the side that's opposite that angle, and this would be the adjacent side. So it just depends. That's why it's very careful that you label, or it's important that you label your angles carefully so you know what angle you're using to label your sides off of. But once we have our sides labeled, then we can go through and do our different trig functions. So the first one is called sine. So this is sine, S-I-N-E, of theta. This is not sin of theta, it's sine of theta. And the ratio is the opposite side over the hypotenuse. And then we have cosine of theta. Again, cosine, not cos, cosine. And that ratio is the adjacent side over the hypotenuse. And then finally we have our tangent of theta. Tangent, not tan, tangent of theta. And that ratio is the opposite over the adjacent. So there is an acronym here that we can use to remember this ratio. So for sine, S for sine, O for opposite, H for hypotenuse, that's SOH. Cosine, C for cosine, A for adjacent, H for hypotenuse, CAH. And then tangent, T for tangent, O for opposite, A for adjacent, TOA. That's SOHCAHTOA. It can be an easy way to, don't know why I wanted to do a star. An easy way to remember those ratios. Okay. So we can use these trig ratios to find the values of these trig functions when we're given a triangle. So we want to find the value of each of the three trig functions. So we notice that our theta symbol is right here for our angle A. So this is going to be the angle that we're focused on. So the first thing you need to do is label your sides. So the hypotenuse is always across from the right angle. So that's our H. I like lowercase letters better. And then our opposite angle is always opposite the angle. If you can make a line pointing to a side, that is your opposite angle. And then our adjacent side is the one that's helping to make our angle in question. So that's our A for adjacent. So we want to find all three trig functions. So again, we just need to remember our SOHCAHTOA. So for sine of theta is going to equal the opposite over hypotenuse. So 15 over 17. Then cosine of theta is equal to, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, so 8 over 17. And then tangent of theta is opposite over adjacent, so 15 over 8. Okay, so this is all for angle A, when angle A was the angle that we're talking about. I just want to show you some relationships here if we were to do angle B, so our other angle. So let's say since we're switching angles, we're going to be switching our labels. So instead of, there we go. Instead of looking at this angle, we're going to look at angle B up here. So we need to label our sides. Hypotenuse is always going to be the same. That's still the one that's across from the right angle no matter what. But now notice our opposite side is now 8, and our adjacent side is now 15. So our opposite and our adjacent side switched. And so if we were to do now our trig functions of those, you'll see that the sine of theta when it's angle B, opposite over hypotenuse, 8 over 17, is the same as the cosine of our other angle. And again, that's just because the adjacent side of angle A is the opposite side of angle B, and so that's why they kind of switch. Cosine of our theta when it's angle B is adjacent over hypotenuse, so 15 over 17. Notice that's the same as the sine of angle A. And then with tangent, opposite over adjacent, 8 over 15. See that these kind of just switched. 15 over 8, 8 over 15. Okay, so they are very similar, and that's just because we're using all the same three numbers. It's just how we label them. And again, how we label them is based off of what angle we're looking at. So it's important that you label your angles carefully. Okay, so I want you guys to try letter B. So you're going to find all three trig functions. This angle B is the angle that we're looking at. So first thing you do is label your sides based off of that angle. We're just doing angle B, not angle A, just B. So label your sides and then set up your three trig ratios for angle B. Go ahead, try letter B. Okay, and now something that will come in handy is being able to identify what trig function we should use in a given situation. So example 2, based on the information given, so based on the labels that we have, which trig function would we be able to set up? So I'm going to write my SOHCAHTOA up here just so I can reference it. So first things first, when you're looking at a triangle, identify the angle that is labeled. So in this case, it's this angle A is labeled with theta. You need to identify the angle first because that is what determines how we label our sides. So now we're going to label our side. So I'm going to do 1, find the angle, find the labeled angle. So it could be labeled with a variable like that, or it could be labeled with a degree measure. Either way, find the angle that's labeled with something. Not an ABC, but a variable or a number. Then you're going to label your sides accordingly. So for this one, just label the sides that have numbers or variables. So this 2 is the adjacent side, and this 5 is the opposite side. Hypotenuse doesn't have any numbers or variables with it, so I don't care about the hypotenuse. Then we look at our SOHCAHTOA here. Which trig function uses the opposite and the adjacent side together? That would be TOA, opposite adjacent, so that means we can use tangent of theta equals opposite over adjacent. Okay, so it's just using the labels that are given to figure out what trig function to use. So I want you to try letters B and C. So find the angle that's labeled for you, label the other 2 sides that have labels based off of that angle, and then use SOHCAHTOA to figure out what trig function you can use, and then set up that ratio. So go ahead and try letters B and C. All right, then we have quick check questions, self-assessment, and bring any questions you have to the Google Meet.